In recent years, the usage of renewable energy is increasing globally. Many countries have already experienced a steep learning curve in scaling up and integrating renewable energy into their energy system. Recognizing the importance of sharing these learnings, a two-day international conference on 100% renewable energy policy, practice and experience was organized in Kathmandu from December 18 to 19, 2022. A total of 121 representatives from 18 countries from South Asia, Southeast Asia, Africa and Europe attended this conference. The conference was aimed at cross-learning and sharing of the countries in the implementation of Nationally Determined Contributions (NDC) and renewable energy policies and projects to achieve net zero emissions. A rapid and scale-up transition of renewable energy can address climate crisis and poverty simultaneously, along with other development challenges. In the opening session, the experts shared that renewable energy is important to achieve access to electricity for all and also to contribute to addressing the climate crisis. They also emphasized the importance of engagement with diverse stakeholders to achieve a 100% renewable future, to meet the temperature rise target of 1.5 degrees Celsius as they committed in the Paris Agreement. The government of Nepal has also committed to achieving net zero emissions by 2045, with the roadmap to generating an additional 5 to 10% of renewable energy by 2030, as mentioned in the country's nationally determined contribution.
I believe this type of conference helps prepare us for clean energy transition in line with our government priorities and international commitments to sustainable development goals, sustainable energy for all, and climate change.
Nepal has potential to export renewable energy from hydro resources. Maybe we have to take a little bit of other resources, but we can make it net zero and 100% globally. This is not possible by single effort, by single government, by governments only. It has to be collaborative efforts of everyone, including individuals.
Technical sessions began with the experience shared by Germany and Nepal on just energy transition and pathways to achieve net zero emissions. An energy mix is necessary to build a sustainable and resilient energy system. Solar technology and wind energy and the transition to electric modes of working and commuting will be vital in reducing carbon emissions. The energy security the world is trying to develop needs to include availability, accessibility, acceptability and affordability. The second session covered the country experiences of Bangladesh, Nepal, India and Pakistan on the energy mix, the policies, plans and enabling factors and lessons learned in their respective countries.
Achieving the goals of 100% renewable energy and shifting to that, I believe a country like Pakistan at this stage might not be able to achieve this goal, but by taking the baby steps that we are already doing and we are contributing and trying to achieve our goals, we can make it to that percentage, but after a couple of years.
Every country have to initiate their own efforts, their own plan and programs. They have to move. Bangladesh, we declared that 40% of our total electricity should come from the renewable energy sources by 2041. But we need the proper technology, we need the proper investment for the country.
Session 3 focuses on renewable energy technologies and their usage. Decentralized off-grid renewable energy technologies, clean and electric cooking, and transport decarbonization were covered in the discussion. 5 countries, namely Bhutan, Maldives, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Uganda, shared their countries' initiatives on scaling up renewable energy and their initiatives contributing towards achieving the country's climate ambition and development vision. Financing is key to scaling up renewable energy and achieving 100% renewable energy. Speakers at the conference emphasized on mobilizing international climate finance, private finance and domestic funds for renewable energy.
finance is really a key aspect, a driver if we want to achieve the goal that we have in the NDCs.
Lucia Fuselli, senior energy expert from Green Climate Fund, stressed on private finance and innovative financing needed to supplement the international climate finance required to achieve the net zero emission targets.
Climate finance, especially renewable energy finance, in developing an emerging market and especially in the Asia-Pacific region has great potential because of the resource endowment, because of the development prospects, and because of the infrastructural energy access and decarbonization needs. However, access to finance remains challenging. The barriers remain in access to finance.
Science-based scenarios support accurate forecasting of energy demand and on energy planning.
In Nepal, under this project, this MAPS 100% RE project, technical scenario was prepared.
Professor Dr. Sivan Teske from the University of Technology, Sydney, presented the technical scenario of renewable energy of Nepal developed by the MAP for 100% renewable energy project. Speakers highlighted that every sector needs to look at RE initiatives and developments through the lens of indigenous communities and women, and how such developments have displaced indigenous communities. The speaker also added that if RE developments are needed, they need to address the cultural and social impacts on communities. The experts highlighted that their participation and leadership is crucial in mainstreaming their needs in renewable energy policies and projects.
So I think, first of all, that this conference was a very useful opportunity to bring international experts together. And I've heard just now that you all have very different backgrounds and you come from different countries, albeit, you know, in the Asia region. And I think it's very important to discuss, you know, some of the challenges that you're facing, but also share your experience of some of the policies that might be in place in your respective countries, plans and strategies at national and regional levels in order to promote 100% renewable energy.
The goal has already been set, and that global goal has now been translated into our national goals, especially through the NDCs. So basically our job now is to get all our NDCs properly implemented and all the goals that has been set into NDCs are achieved.
The conference ended with a strong message that the countries need to prioritize and reform policy measures for scaling up renewable energy to the optimum level. The energy transition isn't just about replacing fossil fuels with renewable energy, but it must be right-based, participatory, transparent, and accountable towards the people and nature. Partnership and knowledge sharing, as the conference aimed, are valuable to find sustainable solutions to build a resilient world.